بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنه قال صليت مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ركعتين قبل الظهر وركعتين بعد المغرب في بيته وركعتين بعد العشاء في بيتي. قال وحدثتني حفصة رضي الله عنها أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يصلي ركعتين خفيفتين حين يطلع الفجر. متفق عليه. By Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, I recited with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam 2 rakats before Zuhr and 2 rakats after Maghrib in his house, and 2 rakats after Isha in his house. And he says that Hafsa radiallahu anha narrated to me that Nabi Karim Sam used to recite 2 short rakats when the dawn would rise. Ahle Ilm, they say that when you say that, because here you got 2 rakats before Zohar, and we know it's normally 4 rakats. So they say that when you say 2 rakats, it is not in contradiction with saying 4 rakats, because sometimes, in fact, they say 2 rakats means 4 rakats. However, they say that Hazrat Imam Shafi rahmatullah, he takes dalil from this here, and he says that before Zohar, the faraz, the sunnats are 2 rakats, right? Ahnaf, they say 4 rakats, and Ahnaf take the hadith from many ahadith, and Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Aisha, Hazrat Habiba, their hadiths also. Imam Tirmizi also says on this maslak here that 4 rakats, right, is what the Sahaba Ikram used to practice upon, and it is the call of most of the ulama, right? Imam Shafi and Imam Ahmad rahmatullah, they also have a call which is 4 rakats before Zohar, but then they say with 2 salams. You understand? With 2 salams, right? وعنه قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يصلي بعد الجمعة حتى ينصرف فيصلي ركعتين في بيته. متفق عليه. Also, Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, he says that Nabi Akram never used to recite after Jummah until he turn around. Then he would recite 2 rakats in his house, right? So there are enough Sahih hadiths to show that Nabi Karim Sam after Jummah he read 4 rakats. Therefore, according to Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, it's 4 rakats, right? And there is one riwayat also that to say that he recited 6 rakats. Therefore, Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah says that there is 6 rakats after Jummah Salah. وعن عبد الله بن شقيق رضي الله عنه سألت عائشة عن صلاة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن تطوعه فقالت كان يصلي في بيتي قبل الظهر 4 ثم يخرج فيصلي بالناس ثم يدخل فيصلي ركعتين، وكان يصلي بالناس المغرب ثم يدخل فيصلي ركعتين ثم يصلي بالناس العشاء ويدخل بيتي فيصلي ركعتين، وكان يصلي من الليل 9 ركعات فيهن الوتر، وكان يصلي ليلا طويلا قائما وليلا طويلا قائدا، وكان إذا قرأ وهو قائم ركع وسجد وهو قائم، وكان إذا قرأ قائدا ركع وسجد وهو قاعد، وكان إذا طلع الفجر صلى ركعتين. رواه مسلم. وزاد أبو داود ثم يخرج فيصلي بالناس صلاة الفجر. If Abdullah ibn Shaqiq radiallahu anhu, he says that I asked as the Aisha radiallahu anha about the salah of Nabi Karim about these sunnats and nafils. So she said the Nabi Karim should say you should recite in my house before Zohar 4. Then he would come out. Then he would recite, perform salah with the people. Then he would enter the house. Then he would recite 2 rakats, and he used to recite with the people Maghrib salah. Then he would enter the house. Then he would recite 2 rakats. Then he would recite with the people Isha. Then he would enter my house and he would recite 2 rakats. And he used to recite at night 9 rakats. Amongst them was Witr Salah also. And he used to recite at night long rakat standing and long rakat and at night also long rakat sitting, right? And when he used to recite while he was standing, he would make ruku and sajda while he was standing. And when he used to recite while he was sitting, he would make ruku and sajda while he was sitting. You understand? And when the dawn would rise, and he would recite 2 rakats. narrated by Muslim. And Abu Dawud has increased, and he said, then he would come out and he would perform Salatul Fajr with the people. This hadith here clearly shows that a person should recite sunnats, better to recite sunnats at home, right? And amongst them was witr, means that he is to recite the witr also. And according to Ahnaf, the witr will be 3 rakat. And the other imam, they would make the witr into 1 rakat, right? Regarding the night, the night salahs of Nabi Karim Sallallahu there are different riwayat. Some say 6, right? Some say 8 rakat, some say 9, some say 10, some say 11, some say 13, right? Then you got these 2 methods here that you recite standing and make sajda. In others, from a standing position, you'd make ruku and sajda. Or you'd recite sitting, and from a sitting position, he would make ruku and sajda. Then there was another one that he would recite sitting, and then he would stand up, recite a few ayats, and make ruku and sajda from a standing position. So actually, you used to do it sitting, but then stand up, recite a few ayats, and then make the ruku and sajda. That was the third method. When Aisha radiallahu anha قالت لم يكن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم على شيء من النوافل أشد تعاهدا منه على ركعتي الفجر متفق عليه. Even as Aisha radiallahu anha said, Nabi Akram was not on any nafil more consistent and punctual than the 2 rakats of Fajr. You understand? So what it shows here, that the 2 sunnats of Fajr, this was the most important sunnat, right? And Nabi Karim would perform these 2 rakats, whether he was at home or whether he was on a journey. And you can understand the importance of the 2 rakats of Fajr from this year, that the ulama have said that without any excuse, you cannot sit and read them. You cannot sit and read the 2 rakats of Fajr without any excuse. وأنا قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ركعتي الفجر خير من الدنيا وما فيها. Also narrate from her, she said that Nabi Akram says the 2 rakats of Fajr is better than the dunya and whatever it's in the dunya, whatever it contains. The ulama now they have categorized all the sunnahs, right? So they say that the strongest sunnat mu'akkada, right, is the 2 sunnats of Fajr. Then next in rank would be the 2 after Maghrib. And then next in rank would be the 2 after Zohar, right? And then next in rank would be the 2 after Isha. And then after that would be the 4 before Zohar. The 4 before Zohar. You got it now? You got it? Ole? 2 after 2 before Fajr. Then 2 after Maghrib, then 2 after Zohar, then 2 after Isha, then 4 before Zohar. That's the ranks of the sunnats. When Abdullah ibn Mughaffal radiallahu anhu قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم صلوا قبل صلاة المغرب قال في الثالثة لمن شاء كراهية أن يتخذها الناس سنة متفق عليه. And Abdullah ibn Mughaffal radiallahu anhu said, Nabi Akram said, recite before the Salat of Maghrib. Then he said in the third time, before the one who wants to do so, fearing that the people will take it as a sunnah. You understand it? So first 2 times he mentioned recite before Maghrib Salah something, 2 rakats or something. And then the third time he said now, liman sha'a, so that the people don't understand it as sunnah mu'akkada. You understand it? When it comes to the 2 rakats before the Maghrib Salah, between the Azan and the Iqamah, then that day most of the fuqaha say it's not permissible, right? Ahnaf fuqaha, right? Wa Nabi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam man kana minkum musalliyan ba'da al-jum'ati falyusalli arba'an rawahu Muslim. Wa fi ukhra lahu qala idha salla ahadukum al-jum'ata falyusalli ba'daha arba'an. And Abu Hurairah said, Nabi Akram said, whoever from you is going to be recite Salah after Jummah, then he should recite 4 rakats, narrated by Muslim. And in another riwayat for Muslim, said, when one of you recite Jummah, and he should recite after it 4 rakats. When Habiba radiallahu anha قالت سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من حافظ على أربع ركعات قبل الظهر وأربع بعدها حرمه الله على النار. رواه أحمد والترمذي وأبو داود والنسائي بن ماجه. Then Habiba radiallahu anha said, Nabi Akram says, whoever protects, in other words, is punctual, right, upon the 4 rakats before Zohar and the 4 rakats after it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him haram for the fire. Ahmad, Tirmidhi, Abu Dawud, Nasain, Ibn Majah. Right. So they say what that 4 rakats after Zohar could mean is the 2 sunnats and the two nafil. In other words, you understand it? 2 sunnats and 2 nafil after that. So you do that with 2 separate salams, right? When Nabi Ayyub al-Ansari radiallahu qala qala Rasulullah sallam arba'un qabla adh-dhahri laysa fihinna taslimun tuftahu lahunna abwabu as-samai. Rawahu Abu Dawud ibn Majah. And Abu Ayyub al-Ansari radiallahu anhu says that Nabi Akram says the 4 rakats before Zuhr there is not in it any salam. Then the doors of the sky is open for them, right? Nabi Abu Dawud ibn Majah. So this 4 rakats, in this hadith said is ikhtilaf. That is it now that 4 sunnat muakkada before Zohar, or is it what is called Salatu Zawal? Just after Zawal, you read a, sometime before you actually read the Zohar Salah, you read a 4 rakats. You understand it? So there is ikhtilaf there. Well, this next hadith here shows when Abdullah ibn Sa'ib radiallahu anhu kana Rasulullah يصلي أربعا بعد أن تزول الشمس قبل الظهر وقال إنها ساعة تفتح فيها أبواب السماء فأحب أن يسعد لي فيها عمل صالح. رواه الترمذي. Narib Abdullah ibn Sa'ib said that Nabi Akram used to recite 4 rakats after the sun would move off the zenith before Zohar. And he said it is a time where the doors of the heaven would open up. So I love that a good deed must ascend for me in it. Right. So what this hadith also shows us, besides the fact that it was a Salatul Zawal, right? It also shows us that this is a time of acceptance, when the heavens open up. So it's good to do some good amal at that time, understand, which will be accepted. When Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu qala qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam rahimallahu imran salla qabla al-asri arba'an. Rawahu Ahmad wa Tirmidhi Abu Dawud. Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu said, Nabi Akram says, may Allah have mercy on that person who recites before Asr 4 rakats. Ahmad, Tirmidhi and Abu Dawud. The 4 rakats before Asr is not sunnat muakkada. You understand it? And therefore, rahimallah also indicates to that. You understand? It shows that this salah is mustahab. When Ali radiallahu qala kana Rasulullah yusalli qabla al-asri ka 4 rakaatin yafsilu بينهن بالتسليم على الملائكة المقربين ومن تبعهم من المسلمين والمؤمنين. رواه الترمذي. Ali radiallahu said Nabi Akram to recite before Asr 4 rakats. You separate between them with salat, with making salam, sending salam upon the close angels and those who follow them from the believers. You understand? From the Muslimin and Mu'minin, narrated by Tirmizi. Here, taslim will mean at-tahiyat. You understand? So after 2 rakats here, you do at-tahiyat. In others, you do your qaida ula with at-tahiyat, and then so in others, you make, but you still make it with 1 salam. وَأَنُّ قَالَ كَانَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ يُصَلِّي قَبْلَ الْعَصْرِ رَكْعَتَيْنِ. Abu Dawud also narrate from him that Nabi Akram used to recite before the Asr Salah 2 rakats. Right? Narib Abu Dawud. Ulama mentioned here now because of the different riwayat. You understand? Some saying before Asr 2 and some saying before Asr 4. You got a choice now. You can read 2 rakats before Asr. You can read 4 rakats before Asr. Better to read 4 rakats now. Right. Okay, leave it mentally. There's different hadiths, yeah. So it's better to read 4 rakats because the 4 rakats obviously is more rakats.